Hey, it's meteorologist Cory Reppenhagen here with a look at your weather forecast. We had one more cool front kind of roll through last night, and that's going to keep us relatively cool in the low to middle 80s here along the Front Range again today. So another super comfortable day, very much like your Independence Day was very comfortable with quite a bit of sunshine and those cooler temperatures. We'll crank up the heat just a little bit on Saturday before we get one more cold front on Sunday, and then the heat is coming our way. Let's take a look outside right now. Actually, let's take a look at the satellite and radar picture, because looking out to the west, all those areas in red, those shaded in red right there, those are excessive heat warnings, and those cover the entire west coast of the United States. That is coming our way, so that heat wave is going to expand, and it will catch Colorado and even the Front Range here, but not until after we get through our weekend. So that is at least some good news. We have the trough of low pressure there off to our northeast, and that's bringing a few rain showers through this morning. The eastern plains have had some pretty consistent rain showers really since about 5-6 o'clock this morning, and those are starting to move out of state now, and within the next hour or two those areas will be dry, and the state of Colorado will remain mostly dry today as we go through our Friday. Here's the current temperatures in the Denver area. Lots of 60-degree temperatures. DIA hit 69, and we're at 68 at the 9 News studios here in the south end of Mile High City. Here's your forecast for today going through. We'll see a little bit more cloud cover than we did on the 4th of July, but still a lot of sunshine to mix in there. Temperatures, though, staying down in the low 80s once again today. So really comfortable conditions, especially given what we had to deal with through all the month of June. So enjoy it, because the heat wave is coming. Look at these Friday high temperatures across the region. Just about everywhere on the eastern plains will stay below 90 degrees. In fact, low 80s for most of us. Comfortable day in the mountains with highs in the 60s and 70s, and a little bit of heat on the western slope. And those temperatures will also rise as we get through this weekend. We'll have a little bit of an air quality issue to deal with today, just because the winds are kind of lighter, and the sunshine will be impactful enough to get the ozone pollution to start baking. This is a secondary pollution that happens when the sun causes a chemical reaction with the pollutants that are already in our air. And so though it's actually the ozone that will reach it'll reach the category for unhealthy for sensitive groups. So if you have sensitive lungs or a pre-existing respiratory illness, you may notice that as we go through today, especially if you spend any time outdoors today. Get inside, away from that ozone. It really does clear your system, because that O3 molecule breaks down pretty quickly. So step indoors, get away from it, and you'll notice an immediate relief from those symptoms that you may have. So look at those forecasts for today. Like I said, we may get a little bit of wind. We're looking for some precipitation in the forecast, and we're not going to really see too much of that today. Here we are at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the Futurecast computer model, showing some showers trying to develop up to the northern part of the Front Range, but we won't see much in the way of actual rain falling out of these. Here we are at 6:30. It may even look like it's going to try to rain here in the Denver metro area and parts of the Front Range by 6 o'clock. But I really don't think any of these raindrops are going to actually make it to the ground today. So we'll stay relatively dry and relatively cool for Friday, and the Futurecast model showing clear skies for your Saturday morning. Lots of clear blue sunshine as you wake up tomorrow, and we'll get a little bit warmer tomorrow. We'll probably hit 90 degrees just briefly for a couple hours in the daytime hours on Saturday, but relatively speaking, that's not that bad, especially given we've had 17 90-degree days already, and if it just hits 90 for a couple hours on Saturday, that won't be too much to deal with. And then Sunday we'll have another little cool down. Let's look at Saturday's forecast as far as precipitation. Not going to see a whole lot of coverage, although we will start to see a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere on Saturday evening, Saturday night. Here we are at 11 o'clock tomorrow. The entire state of Colorado remains clear and sunny all through the morning until the afternoon hours. I'll back that up for you so you can see that more clearly. You start to see those clouds start to appear just afternoon. Thunderstorms on the eastern plains, very isolated in nature, but on the Front Range, we'll just see a little bit of cloud cover, a few light showers developing in the area, especially in the northern Front Range and the Palmer Divide. Maybe a quick shower here close to the Denver metro area, most likely to the east or southeast of Denver by 5 p.m. So in other words, very little impact from precipitation on Saturday, even though the moisture does increase just a little bit. On Sunday, we'll have a little bit more coverage, and the Denver metro area and the Front Range may have about a 30% chance of catching one of those showers on Sunday. Hopefully you get one, because if you get missed on Sunday, you probably won't have another chance to see any rain for at least 7 more days as a heat wave comes. We're looking down to the tropics to see if we can get any relief, any moisture coming from the tropics. This is the Hurricane Beryl going through the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico right now, still as a Category 1, a weak hurricane. It is encountering some wind shear, and it also is interacting with the landmass there of the Yucatan Peninsula, slowing it down just a little bit. But the forecast is for it to remain at least hurricane strength as it moves towards the southern part of Texas by Monday. And it kind of looks like this might be able to deliver some moisture to us up here, but here's the reason why it won't. And you take a look at the jet stream forecast here, you see that dip of low pressure there indicated by the lighter oranges and yellow colors. The hurricane kind of senses that weakness and kind of moves towards that low pressure, but there will be a cold front that slides through on Sunday, and that's the reason why we'll get a little bit more rain coverage in the Denver area, and that front will actually push the hurricane back, or what's left of it, the moisture left from the remnants of that hurricane, back towards the east. And so Colorado will actually get zero moisture from that tropical system. The rain showers that we'll get on Sunday will be completely unrelated, as the hurricane will still be out in the Gulf of Mexico. So no chance there. And then another thing you'll notice on this, that low pressure stays over at least northeast Colorado all the way through Monday. So we'll have relatively cooler weather all the way until Monday afternoon, Monday evening. That's when this high pressure you see out to the west, well, like we were talking about, all those excessive heat warnings. I mean, this is a very impactful heat wave. We could see the hottest temperature ever recorded on the planet Earth this week. So the record, measurable and confirmed record, is 130 degrees, and the forecast for Death Valley National Park and Furnace Creek is for 128 degrees on Monday. So we could be threatening all-time records for the entire planet with this heat wave, and that is generally going to expand and include Colorado starting on Tuesday. So we will possibly see some 100-degree temperatures on the Front Range by not this weekend, but the coming weekend. Because you look at the 7-day forecast, you see that those scattered storms possibly on Sunday. Hopefully you we're able to get a little bit of precipitation out of that, but only about 30% of us will. So a lot of us will actually get missed by that, but hopefully you'll be one of the lucky ones. And then Monday, we have that trough of low pressure still impacting our weather, so we stay below 90. And then Tuesday, we start to feel that heat wave start to expand further to the east and include Colorado, and we'll get into the 90s, low 90s at first, but by Thursday and Friday, we're in the middle to upper 90s, and then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, which are not quite on the 7-day forecast yet, but just to give you a heads up what's coming, those will probably be the hottest days where we could see the upper 90s and possibly even some 100-degree temperatures all those days. So that's a good 5 to 7 day heat wave that's coming. So take advantage of the next 4 days, because 90 degrees will be absolutely nothing to complain about once you know what's coming down the pike. So that's your forecast. Thank you for watching and have a great day.